Every true enthusiast understands the visceral thrill of buying a new or new-to-you car, but the purchase price is often only the beginning of the true cost of ownership. This reality check requires us to look beyond the initial payment and deeply consider the three crucial factors that define long-term financial commitment: depreciation, scheduled maintenance, and the deeply personal, often priceless emotional value. Understanding this total equation is key to smart participation in global car culture and preventing ownership surprise. The most insidious financial burden for most modern vehicles is depreciation, which begins the moment a car is driven off the dealer's lot. This loss of market value is a silent killer, frequently representing the single largest ownership cost over the first few years. Analyzing the depreciation curve is essential for any savvy buyer, as it often dictates whether a car is a fleeting pleasure or a sound long-term component of one's investment portfolio. While the majority of mainstream cars lose value steadily and predictably, certain enthusiast cars and limited-run performance cars can sometimes defy this trend. Models that are rare, historically significant, or represent the final iteration of a specific powertrain often hit a value floor and then begin to appreciate, transforming a liability into a true asset. Understanding the factors that contribute to this rarity is a hallmark of an educated participant in high-end car culture. The second major pillar of the true cost of ownership is maintenance, encompassing everything from oil changes to major component replacements. Maintenance costs escalate dramatically based on a vehicle's complexity, the rarity of its parts, and whether it requires specialized labor unique to a particular brand or model. A simple rule of thumb for any buyer of a performance car is to always budget for preventative maintenance that is double or triple what a standard economy vehicle would require. The desire to customize a vehicle through tuning introduces another significant variable to the maintenance equation, often voiding warranties and stressing factory components beyond their intended limits. High horsepower modifications necessitate upgraded braking, cooling, and transmission systems, meaning the cost of maintenance and eventual repair must include these reinforced or customized parts. Enthusiasts engaging in extensive tuning must understand that they are entirely responsible for the resultant mechanical and financial consequences. A key indicator of high maintenance cost is parts availability. For classic or very limited production vehicles, sourcing specialized components can lead to extended downtime and astronomically high prices. This struggle is part of the charm and challenge of owning a true classic car, but it must be factored into the total, true cost of ownership. The passion for preserving automotive history often comes with the necessity of patience and a willingness to pay premium prices for rare, original equipment manufacturer OEM parts. Now, we shift to the intangible third factor, the emotional value that transcends simple dollars and cents. This value is the pure, unquantifiable joy and connection an owner feels to their machine, justifying the inevitable high costs of depreciation and maintenance. For many, the emotional value is tied to the historical narrative of the vehicle, the feeling of preserving a piece of car culture for future generations to admire and experience firsthand. This emotional value is what drives enthusiasts to spend countless hours detailing, repairing, and upgrading a project car, transforming it into an expression of personal identity, Whether it's the sense of community found at local car culture meets, or the sheer satisfaction of a perfect drive on a weekend morning, this intrinsic worth offsets the financial ledger. Ultimately, the true cost of ownership is only worth paying if the emotional value received is greater than the total financial outflow over the years. For enthusiast cars, emotional value often translates into better care, which paradoxically helps mitigate depreciation by maintaining the car's condition and appeal to future buyers. A meticulously documented history, performed with maintenance and attention to detail, makes a car highly desirable regardless of its age or mileage. This demonstrates that human passion and dedication can be one of the most effective tools for preserving a vehicle's financial stability. In conclusion, every purchase within CarCulture is a dual investment in both metal and emotion, requiring a sober look at the reality of depreciation and maintenance. Smart true cost of ownership analysis balances the cold, hard numbers against the immense emotional value. A specific machine brings into your life the greatest cars are not those that retain all their value, but those that provide an experience so rich and rewarding that their expense is simply considered money well spent. That's it for this episode of the DriveContact podcast, your dose of car culture. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a like, and visit our website for more content. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.